Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Press down tightly. A cream that cleanses and tones the skin. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. Have with oneself. Have on one's person. She packs a gun when she goes into the mountains. Hike with a backpack. Every summer they are backpacking in the Rockies. Compress into a wad. Press tightly together or cram. The crowd packed the auditorium. An association of criminals. A pack of thieves. A large indefinite number. Load with a pack. Have the property of being packable or of compacting easily. Such odd-shaped items do not pack well. A bundle, especially one carried on the back. A complete collection of similar things. A convenient package or parcel, as of cigarettes or film. A group of hunting animals. Arrange in a container. Pack the books into the boxes. A sheet or blanket, either dry or wet, to wrap around the body for its therapeutic effect. Carry, as on one's back. Fill to capacity. This singer always packs the concert halls. Seal with packing. Pack the faucet. Set up a committee or legislative body with one's own supporters so as to influence the outcome. Pack a jury. Treat the body or any part of it by wrapping it, as with blankets or sheets, and applying compresses to it, or stuffing it to provide cover, containment, or therapy, or to absorb blood. The nurse packed gauze in the wound. Press down tightly. Tamp the coffee grinds in the container to make espresso. A tool for tamping, e.g., for tamping tobacco into a pipe bowl or a charge into a drill hole, etc. Press down tightly. A cream that cleanses and tones the skin. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. Establish or set up a camp. A site where care and activities are provided for children during the summer months. City kids get to see the country at a summer camp. Shelter for persons displaced by war or political oppression or for religious beliefs. Temporary living quarters specially built by the army for soldiers. Wherever he went in the camp, the men were grumbling. Live in or as if in a tent. Can we go camping again this summer? Providing sophisticated amusement by virtue of having artificially, and vulgarly, mannered or banal or sentimental qualities. They played up the silliness of their roles for camp effect. A group of people living together in a camp. The whole camp laughed at his mistake. A penal institution, often for forced labor. China has many camps for political prisoners. Give an artificially banal or sexual quality to something that is considered amusing not because of its originality but because of its unoriginality. The living room was pure camp. Temporary lodgings in the country for travelers or vacationers. Level ground is best for parking and camp areas. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose. transmit or serve as the medium for transmission. The airwaves carry the sound. Transfer, entries, from one account book to another. Have with oneself, have on one's person. I always carry money. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He had drunk more than he could carry. Serve as a means for expressing something. Continue or extend. Include as the content, broadcast or publicize. Win approval or support for. Have on hand. Do you carry kerosene heaters? Behave in a certain manner. Contain or hold, have within. Propel. Move while supporting, either in a vehicle or in one's hands or on one's body. You must carry your camping gear. Support or hold in a certain manner. Be pregnant with. I am carrying his child. Be able to feed. This land will carry 10 cows to the acre. Bear, a crop. This land does not carry olives. Bear or be able to bear the weight, pressure, or responsibility of. How many credits is this student carrying? Be conveyed over a certain distance. Be equipped with a mast or sail. This boat can only carry a small sail. Be necessarily associated with or result in or involve. Be successful in. Capture after a fight. Compensate for a weaker partner or member by one's own performance. I resent having to carry her all the time. Cover a certain distance or advance beyond. Extend to a certain degree. Carry too far. Have a certain range. Have as an inherent or characteristic feature or have as a consequence. These bonds carry warrants. Have on the surface or on the skin. Carry scars. Have or possess something abstract. I carry her image in my mind's eye. Include, as on a list. Keep up with financial support. Pass on a communication. Propel or give impetus to. Pursue a line of scent or be a bearer. The dog was taught to fetch and carry. Secure the passage or adoption of bills and motions. Sing or play against other voices or parts. He cannot carry a tune. Take further or advance. Carry a cause. The act of carrying something. Transfer, a number, cipher, or remainder, to the next column or units place before or after, in addition or multiplication. Put down 5 and carry 2. Win in an election. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Be capable of holding or containing. This box won't take all the items. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Take the gun from your pocket. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. I don't take sugar in my coffee. Make a film or photograph of something. Take a scene. Be designed to hold or take. This surface will not take the dye. Require time or space. Take somebody somewhere. Can you take me to the main entrance? Have sex with. Archaic use. He had taken this woman when she was most vulnerable. Have with oneself. Have on one's person. She always takes an umbrella. Receive or obtain regularly. We take the Times every day. Admit into a group or community. Head into a specified direction. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Take into consideration for exemplifying purposes. Assume, as of positions or roles. Interpret something in a certain way. Convey a particular meaning or impression. How should I take this message? Lay claim to, as of an idea. Accept or undergo, often unwillingly. Make use of or accept for some purpose. Take a risk. Take something or somebody with oneself somewhere. Engage for service under a term of contract. Shall we take a guide in Rome? Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Get into one's hands, take physically. Can you take this bag, please? Require is useful, just, or proper. It takes nerve to do what she did. Occupy or take on. Receive willingly something given or offered. Be a student of a certain subject. Proceed along in a vehicle. Point or cause to go, blows, weapons, or objects such as photographic equipment, towards. Ascertain or determine by measuring, computing or take a reading from a dial. Take a pulse. Be seized or affected in a specified way. Take sick. Buy, select. I'll take a pound of that sausage. Carry out. Take action. Experience or feel or submit to. Obtain by winning. Winner takes all. Take by force. Take into one's possession. I'll take 3 salmon steaks. The act of photographing a scene or part of a scene without interruption. Travel or go by means of a certain kind of transportation, or a certain route. He takes the bus to work. A bag carried by a strap on your back or shoulder. Hike with a backpack. Every summer they are backpacking in the Rockies. A large sum of money, especially as pay or profit. She made a bundle selling real estate. Sleep fully clothed in the same bed with one's betrothed. A collection of things wrapped or boxed together. Compress into a wad. Gather or cause to gather into a cluster. A package of several things tied together for carrying or storing. Make into a bundle. He bundled up his few possessions. Briefly giving the gist of something. A compact style is brief and pithy. A signed written agreement between 2 or more parties, nations, to perform some action. A small cosmetics case with a mirror, to be carried in a woman's purse. A small and economical car. Having a short and solid form or stature. A wrestler of compact build. Make more compact by or as if by pressing. Compress into a wad. Squeeze or press together. Have the property of being packable or of compacting easily. This powder compacts easily. Closely and firmly united or packed together. Compact soil. Often followed by of, a large number or amount or extent. A wad of money. Compress into a wad. Wad paper into the box. Crowd or pack to capacity. A wad of something chewable as tobacco. A small mass of soft material. He used a wad of cotton to wipe the counter. Informal terms for a difficult situation. A dense crowd of people. Deliberate radiation or reflection of electromagnetic energy for the purpose of disrupting enemy use of electronic devices or systems. Block passage through. Press tightly together or cram. Interfere with or prevent the reception of signals. Crush or bruise. Jam a toe. Crowd or pack to capacity. The theater was jam-packed. Get stuck and immobilized. The mechanism jammed. Preserve of crushed fruit. Push down forcibly. The driver jammed the brake pedal to the floor. A loose affiliation of gangsters in charge of organized criminal activities. Press tightly together or cram. An association of criminals. A disorderly crowd of people. The yarn, as in a rug or velvet or corduroy, that stands up from the weave. For uniform color and texture, tailors cut velvet with the pile running the same direction. A large sum of money, especially as pay or profit. Arrange in stacks. Fine soft dense hair, as the fine short hair of cattle or deer or the wool of sheep or the undercoat of certain dogs. A column of wood or steel or concrete that is driven into the ground to provide support for a structure. Often followed by of, a large number or amount or extent. A collection of objects laid on top of each other. Press tightly together or cram. A nuclear reactor that uses controlled nuclear fission to generate energy. Battery consisting of voltaic cells arranged in series, the earliest electric battery devised by Volta. Place or lay as if in a pile. The teacher piled work on the students until the parents protested. A large gathering of people. Press tightly together or cram. An informal body of friends. An organized group of workmen. An association of criminals. Police tried to break up the gang. Act as an organized group. Tool consisting of a combination of implements arranged to work together. The sound of a bell ringing. The distinctive ring of the church bell. Ring or echo with sound. Extend on all sides of simultaneously, encircle. Make bells ring, often for the purposes of musical edification. My uncle rings every Sunday at the local church. A toroidal shape. A ring of ships in the harbor. Chemistry. A chain of atoms in a molecule that forms a closed loop. Attach a ring to the foot of, in order to identify. Ring birds. An association of criminals. A rigid circular band of metal or wood or other material used for holding or fastening or hanging or pulling. Sound loudly and sonorously. Get or try to get into communication with someone by telephone. Jewelry consisting of a circlet of precious metal, often set with jewels, worn on the finger. She had rings on every finger. A strip of material attached to the leg of a bird to identify it, as in studies of bird migration. A characteristic sound. It has the ring of sincerity. A platform usually marked off by ropes in which contestants box or wrestle. A large indefinite number. A battalion of ants. An army unit usually consisting of a headquarters and 3 or more companies. A large indefinite number. The common people generally. A large gathering of people. A large indefinite number. A multitude of TV antennas. In an election with more than 2 options, the number of votes for the candidate or party receiving the greatest number, but less than half of the votes. A large indefinite number. A plurality of religions. The state of being plural. To mark plurality, one language may add an extra syllable to the word whereas another may simply change the vowel in the existing final syllable. Load with a pack. Make more compact by or as if by pressing. Compress the data. Squeeze or press together. She compressed her lips. A cloth pad or dressing, with or without medication, applied firmly to some part of the body, to relieve discomfort or reduce fever. Make more compact by or as if by pressing. A device for treating injury or disease. Designed to promote discipline. The teacher's action was corrective rather than instructional. Tending or intended to correct or counteract or restore to a normal condition. Corrective measures. A medicine that strengthens and invigorates. A device for treating injury or disease. Tending to impart new life and vigor to. Promoting recuperation. Restorative effects of exercise. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers as infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.